Okay, we're still on question number 2. And so what do we do for the first part of it? We just simply verified that when natural log of x 1 squared equal to 1, which means x equals either e or 1 over e, that both the function and its derivative would evaluate to 0. And we did verify that, by the way. All right. They tell me there's a new function, this big F, is equal to these integration problems over here. So what do they want to do? They want to, find f of x explicitly, and then hence show that f of x to the minus 1 is the same thing as f of x. So I gotta do this, and this is the part that is going to require some integration over here. So let's write this down, and I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm going to write this down now. It's going to be part A. So I'm going to write down what f of x is again. And f of x is going to be, it's either going to be 1 over e to the x f of t dt, and that's if the x is between 0 and 1. And then it's going to be equal to e to the x integration f of t dt, and that's going to be true when x is greater than 1. All right? So do I know what f is? I do. They've given it to me. And f of t is going to be equal to 1 minus the natural log squared of t squared over t ln t. And that's a given, by the way. All right? So I'm going to try to do the integration. All right? I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do the indefinite. I'm not going to look at the inlets first. I'm going to see if I can actually do the integration. So I want to see if I can do f of t dt. I want to point out, I see that in both of those. I'm not putting any limits down yet. I'll do that later. So what do you put over here? There's going to be 1 minus the natural log squared t. This whole thing is being squared over t ln t dt. All right, so what I want to do is make a substitution. And the log is kind of bothering me, so I'm going to write down, I'm going to let u substitution the way to go, by the way, is equal to natural log of t. So then du would just be 1 over t dt. All right, let's put this down now, see if it works out. So what do you get on top? You get 1 minus, well, the natural log when squared now in the land of u's would be u squared. Put that down. Let's see, the natural log of t on the bottom is just a u. And then the dt over t is just a du. Well, this did become easier, by the way. All right, let me expand it, and let's see if I can do that integration. So you can get 1 minus 2u squared plus u4, and we're dividing by u. And this is du. It's getting easier. This is 1 over u minus 2u plus u cubed du. What's the antiderivative of 1 over u? It's the natural log of the absolute value of u minus, this would give me u squared now. All right, you increase the exponent by 1, divide by 2, and the 2's cancel off. Then what do you get? You get u4 over 4 plus some constant of integration. But what do I got to do? I got to go back to the land of t's, and the question is, what's the u? The u is the natural log of t. So let's write this down. It's going to be natural log. U is the natural log, so natural log of t, minus the natural log squared, you got that part, plus the natural log to the 4th power, t, over 4, plus some constant of integration. So at least I know what the antiderivative is at this point. Now, of course, what do you have to do? I guess I have to find f of x explicitly, all right? So I'm going to look back at these problems over here, and I'm going to put f of x down now, and I want to write this down, but I got to go back up here and look at it. And I know this guy's antiderivative. So it's going to be that antiderivative evaluated from 1 over e to x. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. So it's going to be the natural log absolute value, natural log of t minus the natural log squared of t plus the natural log of t to the fourth power over 4. The c is going to disappear because of the limits of integration. And where are we going from 1 over e to x? And this is going to be true if the x is greater than 0 but less than 1. All right? So, yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's put the other one down. And the other one's going to look just like this one over here. It's going to be natural log, and I got to figure this out, by the way. Natural log of t, absolute value of it, minus the natural log squared of t plus the natural log 4 of t over 4. And limits of integration over there, right, we're looking back over here, goes from e to x. With the understanding the x, whoops, don't go too fast, x is greater than 1 at this point. Okay? There's a condition that needs to be met, by the way. So I think I can write this down now, f of x. And let's do one at a time. All right, let's write this down. So again, I want to point out that x is greater than 0. So let's write this down. So f of x is going to equal to the natural log, this is the absolute value, by the way, x, minus the natural log squared x, plus natural log 4th power x over 4. Now I got to subtract the lower limit, by the way, which is 1 over e. So the natural log of 1 over e is minus 1. The absolute value of minus 1 is 1. The natural log of 1 is going to be 0. All right? Let's do the next one. Minus. What do you get there? Well, you get the natural log of e, which is 1, and 1 squared is 1, plus the natural log of e, I'm sorry, I made a mistake there. I said 1, but it's minus 1. I got dizzy there. So that's minus 1, but you still get 1, all right? 4th power, you still get 1. There's going to be 1/4, all right? And this is going to be the case when x greater than 0, less than 1. Let's do the other one. Like almost like the same thing, isn't it? Natural log, absolute value, this, it's upper limit, minus this, the evaluation part over here. We're doing the e now. So natural log of e again is going to be 1. The natural log of 1 is going to be 0. We're still going to get minus 1 over here. We're still going to get 1/4 over here. And this is going to be true when x is greater than 1. All right, I got to clean that up a little bit. And I'm realizing that cleaning these things up, let me look back over what I got here. Yeah, I think I'm okay. So f of x, I'm going to clean up a little tiny bit because I want to make it so I can actually look at it. So natural log of the natural log, the absolute value, natural log of x, minus the natural log squared x, plus the natural log 4x over 4, and then it's going to be, let's see, this is going to give me minus 3/4. Minus a minus 3/4 is plus 3/4. And this is going to be when x is between 0 and 1. The other one's going to be equally as easy to write down. It looks almost like the same thing, doesn't it? And it's still going to be plus 3/4, by the way. Let's go back over that. And again, this is minus 3/4, minus a minus is plus 3/4. And that's going to be true when x is greater than 1. All right? So what have I found? I found something pretty simple, actually. I found that f of x is equal to the natural log, absolute value, natural log, minus the natural log squared, let's see, plus the natural log to the 4th, over 4 plus 3/4. And what do I know about this over here? I know this is going to be good for when x is greater than 0, but x is not equal to 1. All right, greater than 0, but x not equal to 1. So what do they want me to do? I mean, going back over it, I got to, read it again. It says, find f. We found f of x explicitly. We did that right over here. What did they say to do? Find f of x. We did that. Hence, show that f of x minus 1 is equal to. I want to show this now. That f of x to the minus 1 is the same thing as f of x. Again, we're still in part A. I think I can do that. So let's put down f of x to the minus 1 and see what we end up over here. Now looking at it, we get natural log, absolute value, the natural log, x to the minus 1. We'll do that in a moment. Plus the natural log, x to the minus 1, I'm going to square that. Plus the natural log of x to the x to the minus 1, but that's going to be the 4th power, over 4 plus 3/4. Well, what's nice about this over here, you can take the power down, that'll be a minus 1. The absolute value of minus 1 is 1, so this just turns out to be natural log of the natural log of x. What's nice about this one over here? Again, the minus 1 comes down. When you square it, it becomes 1. So what do you get over here? Really the same thing. Whoops, I made a mistake there in copy. Let me go back. Still going to be the same thing. What do you get over here? Again, the minus 1 comes down. When you put to the 4th power, it's still going to be a positive number. So you get natural log of x, 4th power, over 4 plus 3/4. So we did show this. And let me see if there's anything else they want to do about this. I have to read it again. Show that show f of x explicitly. We did that. Hence, show that f of x minus 1 equals f of x. We did that. Let me see if there's anything else they want me to do. No, I think we're okay. So I'm going to say it's that was done. So we'll move on to part B next. Thank you.